Hello guys, welcome to Ophthalmology at a Glance, and today we are going to see at a glance about the cherry red spot. I got so many requests about the fundus images, so we will be taking them one by one. So the first image is your cherry red spot. So what is this cherry red spot? See, if you look at the causes, it is found in CRAO, that is the most important cause, and apart from this, it is also found in the lipid storage diseases. Okay, now we will be looking at the other causes also, but if I focus on the most important cause, the central retinal arteriolar occlusion, you know that central retinal artery is a end artery. So if you are having the occlusion in this artery, we will have the deleterious effects on the oxygen levels in the retina, in the perfusion of the retina. So basically I will have the pale retina because the arteriolar occlusion has occurred, and you will have a milky white appearance. You will have a milky white appearance in the retina due to the collection of exudates, and this collection of exudates takes place in the ganglionic cell layer. Now this layer is actually absent in the fovea centralis, right? So in the fovea centralis, where you do not have this layer, no exudate, so what is happening? Therefore the choroid will continue to shine through this fovea centralis. The choroid continues to shine through this fovea centralis, so every other part is appearing pale and white, while this fovea centralis continues to shine red because choriocapillaries are supplying the fovea centralis, and fovea does not have this ganglionic cell layer, so choroid is clearly visible through it. So this amazing is called as cherry red spot. So it is not abnormal, rather it is the only area through which choroid continues to shine even after the arteriolar occlusion. Now coming to the DD, very important. What is the DD of the cherry red spot? So you can remember an important mnemonic: the cherry trees never grows tall in mud and sand. Okay, cherry trees never grows tall in sand and mud, or mud and sand. Now what are they going for? Cherry is your CRAO, T is for Tay-Sachs disease, then N is your Niemann-Pick disease, then we have G is for gangliosidosis, and one more important with G is your Gaucher's disease. Then remember T is for trauma, and you have to remember which trauma. It is the blunt trauma. Another important thing related with this trauma is that in the blunt trauma you get the macular edema, and in this macular edema there is a special name. This is called as Berlin's edema. This edema is called as Berlin's edema. And what is the another name? Can you tell me? Or it is concussion injury. It is called as, right? Concussion injury is the name of the blunt trauma, and this edema is also called as the commotio retini. Okay, there are so many evidences where the question have been formed on these names itself. Then we have got Sand. Remember, Sand is your Sandhoff disease, and mud is your metachromatic leukodystrophy. metachromatic leukodystrophy. So if you remember this, you can learn all the causes of cherry red spot. Another important thing is that this Gaucher's disease actually does not show you the true cherry red spot. It is the pseudo. This is your pseudo cherry red spot. Now this thing will help you in solving so many MCQs. You know, there is evidence where NEET people had asked the same question 2 years consecutively. Once they say that it is found in all except, so there was an all except question and the options were CRAO, then we had Tasek, then we had the Niemann-Pick, okay, and the fourth is Gaucher's. So now every of the 4 options are actually available in the DD. So how to solve? So these are having the true cherry red spot. This is having pseudo cherry red spot. So answer becomes Gaucher's disease. But another time they asked all except, and now they said CRAO, then they said Gaucher's, and then they say Tay-Sachs, and fourth is CRVO. Now how to decide now? So these all are at least showing cherry red spot, but here there is no cherry red spot. So answer this time was this. So basically it depends upon the options. Same question may have different answers depending upon the options. Enter the options. That makes the questions relatively tough. So I hope you are very clear with the pathogenesis of cherry red spot, the meaning of cherry red spot, the importance of cherry red spot, and the DD of cherry red spot. Tell me in the comment section, how do you like the video? Did it help you? Is it helping in boosting your preparation? What are the topics you want me to make this small videos on? And if you like the video, please do like the video, please share the video, and don't leave the video without commenting on it. Thank you and happy ophthalmology.